Hey guys, welcome to my 10th. Yes, I said that right. 10th Thanksgiving Day vlog. You know, when I think about it, it makes me really happy and really sad at the same time. Like, that's a long time. And I'm thankful that you guys chose to be here with me today and that you still allow me to share every year with you guys. So I'm very, very thankful for all of you all. But today is Thanksgiving Day. For those that are not in the States, it's a holiday we celebrate here in the United States. And so it's a big cooking, big food day. We're actually going kind of light this year. Well, first of all, if you're new here, yes, I have my scarf on. I have my favorite pajamas that have holes in it. I got my muumuu on, girl. Listen, all I did was wash my hands and put a little water on my face this morning. Charles is asleep. The girls are at my parents' house because we're gonna be eating today. And yeah, so we're cooking. I'm cooking today. We're doing it light this year, okay? This year's menu, we're just doing a fried turkey, a turkey ham from Honey Baked Ham, greens, potato salad, candy yams, mac and cheese, dressing. I'm gonna make a pound cake, and guess what? I bought a Patty's pie. My mom, I told her, you know, if you wanna make a pie, that's fine. That's my mom's thing. And she was like, oh, I don't feel like making a pie. So I said, well, let's just wait and we'll make a sweet potato pie for Christmas and I'll just pick up a Patty's pie. Why did my mom go ahead and make a pie anyway? She just does what she wants to do. She'll be like, I'm tired of cooking. I don't want to cook that much. And then all of a sudden, she'll be like, oh, I want to make this, and this. I'm like, whatever, mom. It's your show. I'm just the sous chef. This is your show, okay? So yeah, there's been quite a bit of drama with the food. We had pretty much a disaster with the greens. I'll explain that to you when we get over to my mom's and what happened when I bought these greens from Walmart. I don't know what they were, okay, but we'll explain it when I get over there. And then Ashley, you guys look forward to what my sister's gonna make every single year. And this year she wants to make mac and cheese, okay? Not vegan mac and cheese, regular mac and cheese. And so my mom and I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and make the mac and cheese and she can make a small pan of her mac and cheese for her. So for those that don't know, you gotta go back and watch the other vlogs. They're very entertaining. My family is very funny. But yeah, those that know, you know, okay? And also if you're new here, because I get a lot of comments saying, be nice to your sister, you're not nice to your sister. I am very nice to my sister. That's just the type of relationship that we have. We love each other. That's just how we are. With each other. But anyway, all right, so right now it's about 7:47. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on my pound cake so that I can get that in the oven, because I'm not going to bake the mac and cheese and the dressing here. I'm just going to assemble them here, put them in the fridge until it's time to go over to my mom's, and then I'll bake them over there.
Before we get into this year's Thanksgiving vlog, I'd like to thank Gabb for sponsoring today's video.
Thank you so much to Gabb for sponsoring today's video. I have been so happy with our Gabb phone that we got for my youngest Ava, who's 10 years old. She had been wanting a phone, but she's not quite ready for the responsibility of a phone, a very expensive phone at that. And so Gabb it was the perfect timing for us. And we have absolutely loved it. She has loved it so much. What I love about it so much is there are no social media apps, because I do not allow either one of my daughters to have social media at this point. And there's no internet browsers. The only thing that gets added to the phone are apps that you approve and that you look at, which most of them are learning apps, to be honest, and Ava really likes them. Also, the biggest thing is the Gabb music. Free, clean music, everything on there is clean, no explicit lyrics, all the clean versions of the songs, and she can listen to as much music as she wants, and she has absolutely loved it. She puts her little earbuds in and she listens to music all the time. And something else that I love so much about this phone is that it gives me access to my child when she's at school. Like a lot of the time, sometimes the bus is late, and I won't know the bus is late until I realized, hey, my child's not here, the bus is late, but she's able to text me and call me and say, hey mom, the bus is late, or mom, I just got on the bus, and it gives me peace of mind. There's only approved phone numbers in there that she can call and text, and
It's really affordable. The phone is incredibly affordable compared to other smartphones. And it's affordable for her to have free unlimited talk and text and unlimited listening to music. This is the #1 gift for your tween, whether you have a boy or a girl or even your teenager. Because having a smartphone, it's like a Pandora box, okay? Once you open that box up, you cannot close it back in. So you want to take your child in stages, at least for us, you know, giving them a little bit of access, a little bit of responsibility at a time until it's age appropriate for them to have all of those apps and things like that. And now's a great time to check them out because they're having a huge holiday sale. They're offering huge discounts on phones and watches because they also offer watches, which is cool, to new customers. The best part, there's no contract required. You can cancel at any time. You just go to gabb.com/Gia to get started. That's Gabb, GABB.com/Gia, J-I-A, gabb.com/Gia, and terms and conditions apply.
A couple of hours ago, I came down and quickly took out my butter and milk and eggs so that they can be room temperature. I'm going to be making just a regular pound cake with some cake flour. And so the first thing that we're gonna do is we are going to whip my butter and my salt. So I need 3 cups of sugar and 3 sticks of butter. Now, I have made this recipe many times in the last, I'd say maybe 12 years, 11 years. My best friend gave me her recipe, her grandmother's recipe. I just follow that. I don't add anything extra. Now, I've seen a lot of things online with like all different types of pound cake. I just keep it simple. The only way I'm able to make it also is with my KitchenAid. If I've tried using a hand mixer before, it just never comes out right. A pound cake is actually pretty hard. I'd say it's not beginner friendly, especially if you don't have a stand mixer. It doesn't have to be the KitchenAid brand. It could be any stand mixer, but this is the only way that I'm able to make it. I've tried using a hand mixer and it just doesn't come out right. All right, so let me open this sugar. Now I need to plug this in, but I have my 3 cups of sugar, my 3 sticks of salted room temperature butter, and I'm gonna mix until creamy. Also, I save these so that it'll be easier for me to butter the baking dish or the bump pan. All right, so you wanna whip it until it looks like this. And it takes several minutes, like until you have like a creamy kind of consistency, okay? Next, we're gonna add our eggs, but before I add my eggs, I'm gonna go ahead and sift my cake flour. If you have a sifter, great. If you don't, this works as well. This like fine strainer. I'm gonna sift 3 cups of this cake flour in here. And when you're getting the cup out, don't compact it down like that. I'll fill it up and then I just kind of shake the excess off, or sometimes I'll get a knife to level it off like this. But I don't like push it in because it'll give you too much flour. Now I'm just going to sift like so. And I'll do this 3 more times. Alrighty, the flour is sifted and I have my eggs here. I'm only gonna add 6 eggs. I put an extra egg out because I thought one of the other eggs looked funny, but I don't know, it could have just been, I was sleepy. So let me go ahead and put the eggs in. 1 at a time for this too. Watch your, don't want to get any shells in there either. Okay. Mix this. Consistency looks about right. You don't want to rush it. Really put this thing on. I think I have it on like 8 and I let it really mix well until the consistency looks like this. See how like almost looks like whipped cream or butter or something. All right. Now it's time for us to put our flour in and 1 pint of heavy cream or cup of heavy cream. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with putting the flour in and we're gonna end with putting the flour in. Here's my sifted flour. So it's gonna go flour, cream, flour, cream, flour. And then I'll add the vanilla extract and then girl, we're just about done. Just have to bake it. All right, so I'm gonna put about 1/3 of this in. Mix that up slowly. And then we'll gradually move this up. Okay, got my last bit of flour. And I'm gonna mix this and then add my pure vanilla extract. Just gonna put a capful of vanilla extract, which equates to about 1 teaspoon. let's mix. Sorry, y'all. I did this off camera, but I greased this pan. I used a little softened Crisco in the pan instead of the butter because like there wasn't enough. You can always use a softened stick of butter. And then I used the cake flour to flour this pan. I did as best as I can. And so now I'm going to fill it up. All right, I'm gonna move kind of quickly here to get this in. This is my small bun. Every year I'm like, I'm gonna get a bigger bun pan. Never do it. It's all good. Ugh. Just wanna this in here evenly. I'm still gonna have a little bit of batter left, and I might make like a little small pound cake cupcake or something. I don't know. Try to fit as much as I can in there because it will rise. That's how I level it. Sorry, the camera's shaking. I think that's as much as I'm going to be able to fit. I might be able to fit a little bit more right here. So I have about this much batter left. I usually get my mom's bigger bump pan, really big bump pan, but I just wasn't thinking this year. It's okay though. So I'm like thinking, I don't want to risk it by overfilling this because it will just, I mean, it's going to rise, but I don't want it to be like all overflowing on the sides. Let's see if I can fit the rest in here. It's not a lot, but it might just be like a little mini pound cake. Alrighty. Look at this little mini. Oh, I did not think this through because I could have not put as much in here, but I wanted this to be full. Oh well, we're just gonna make it work. I'll just take this out as soon as it's done and we'll have a few extra pieces. But anyway, I have a cold oven on. Cold meaning it's not on at all, not yet. I hope this cooks okay because I don't know if I've ever done this. I'm going to bake this at 300 degrees and I'll check it after about an hour. Just keep checking it every hour. I don't know how long for sure. Let's see, timer, 1 hour. All right, so I'm one of those clean as you go people. So now that the cake is in, I am gonna go ahead and clean up the kitchen before I start. I think I'm just going to do the dressing, get that together. I'm gonna empty my dishwasher because I like to have an empty dishwasher. So as I'm cooking, I can just, you know, rinse it off and put it in the dishwasher, and then my sink stays clear. This is all clean stuff that I washed last night, so I'll put that away. And then here are my casserole dishes. I just bought this last night. Actually, Charles bought it for me. He went to go get a Patty's pie from Walmart, and I said, you know what, look at the casserole dishes, because I feel like I'm not using aluminum pans this year. I'm using my casserole dishes as a 9x13, and I thought it was really cute. I think these are the two I'm going to use. One for the dressing, one for the mac and cheese. I don't know. I just have 1 pound of elbow macaroni, so this might be too big, but we'll see. And then I have my cornbread that I made last night for my dressing. So let me go ahead and clean up.
Later.
Alrighty, kitchen is cleaned up. At least as clean as it's gonna get for right now. I wiped the counters down. I put the mixer and stuff away. I think now I'm just gonna take a 5. I've already gotten on the phone and made my Thanksgiving calls and stuff. So I think I'm just gonna take a 5. We have about 20 minutes left on the pound cake, and I'm going to make myself a bagel and have some coffee. Something told me to check on this before I sit down and take my little break because I don't want this one to burn. It's so, you know, thin. So anyway, I checked it and it looks dry there. I think we're done. Okay, it's been an hour. My timer is just going off and the pound cake looks great. I'm gonna gently open this up. I want to say it's done. I can feel it and tell. I'm going to stick a clean toothpick down so we can see as deep as we can go. No, that's still kind of moist. That's still moist, so that's not quite done yet. So I'm gonna put this back. You see how it was jiggling a little bit there? All right, so I am going to, I'll probably put this on. I'll check it in another 15 minutes. Okay, y'all, it's been 15 extra minutes and I believe she is done. Oh man, I filled this perfectly this year. Yep, that's dry. Sometimes it'll I have to put up like a pan underneath there because I overfill it, and I wanted to make sure this time I didn't overfill. Okay, let me take this out. I got this chopper out that I got from Costco. I originally bought a chopper from Aldi and it broke after 2 uses. So I was like, ugh, I don't know if this chopper life is for me.
But then I saw this at Costco for $14.99, and this one is really nice. This one is a much better quality than the $6.99 one that I got at Aldi. And now I'm chopping up my onion and my celery very quickly for the dressing. All right, I have a whole white onion. It was like a medium-sized onion, and about a half a stalk of celery that I'm going to use for my dressing. I'm also going to use this Kerrygold garlic and herb butter. This butter is very expensive. It's like $2.50 for just this one stick. But I use it for Thanksgiving because it adds a little oomph to the dressing. Now you can absolutely make this yourself too. All you have to do is soften butter and then add your herbs and garlic that you want in here. This is just garlic and herb in this one. So I am going to saute my celery and onions until they're soft. I don't want to taste a crunch in my dressing. And I use the whole stick. Yes, it's Thanksgiving, girl. It's not time. We're not counting nothing on Thanksgiving Day. I like to use a whole stick of butter, and I like it until they're very soft. Now to this, I will add a bunch of sage. I don't measure anything, y'all. I just season from the heart. But I will add sage, black pepper, poultry seasoning. You gotta be careful with the salt because the butter does have salt in it. I don't know, it just taste it. Typically I'll start out with the black pepper, sage, and poultry seasoning. And I love the Spice Island brand. It's my favorite brand of seasonings. I feel like they are just chef's kiss, top notch. And hubby just made me my coffee. Oh, so pretty in my Santa mug. How perfect is this? This is every day I get spoiled. Yummy. So good. I'm gonna turn this down though because you don't want your butter to burn. You're not trying to brown your butter, so just put it on like medium low. All right, so the butter is still melting. I have my stove on medium, and I'm going to go in with my sage. Now I'm heavy on the sage because it's not Thanksgiving without sage. I actually don't have that much left. Ooh, I'll have to get some more after this. I don't use sage often. Like if I'm like baking a whole chicken or something like that on a random Sunday, I'll use it, but I only use it honestly during Thanksgiving. And I love, like I said, this brand. So I'm just saging her up. I'm gonna use some poultry seasoning. I just bought this poultry seasoning maybe 6 months or so ago. I usually put poultry seasoning anytime I'm cooking chicken. I'll use poultry seasoning typically, not all the time, but it smells so good, y'all. I wish you could smell it. And you see those little leaves? Those are from the celery. The celery leaf actually has the most flavor in it. I don't know if you knew that. So if you chop it up real small, it gives your dressing some good flavor. Got my pepper. And I'm just gonna let this baby cook, okay? Let her cook, all right? We're not rushing anything. We're not rushing anything because it's Thanksgiving Day. We want all these flavors to, marinate. So I'm going to let this cook for probably about, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes. We'll check it after 15 minutes. The butter is completely melted, and we're just gonna let this cook like so. I'm gonna cook her down, and then I'm going to make my sausage because I put sausage in my. Now I typically use sage sausage for my dressing. I could not find any sage sausage anywhere, so all they had was just the regular Jimmy Dean's, but that's fine. We will still make it work. Oh, this smells so good, y'all. Goodness. I got my Jimmy Dean sausage on. I'm using a whole roll. This is just regular sausage. And then my celery and onion mixture is looking great. It's been on for about 20-25 minutes. Now I have it just on low. It just cooked down beautifully. It smells like Thanksgiving. I mean, delicious. So we're just gonna put that on low, wait for that, and then cook this sauce. We're just gonna brown this sausage like normal. All right, I got my cornbread. This is what I made this cornbread yesterday. I do cheat. I use Jiffy. I don't make cornbread from scratch. Listen, you can if you want to, girl. But over here, we just use Jiffy. So this is just 3 boxes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cube 1 up, put her in. I'll put a little bit of the celery and onion and butter mixture in. And then I will make my dad a little pan because my dad doesn't eat pork. So I will make him a little dish, and then I'll add the sausage, and then of course the seasoning and stuff, and then that'll be that. We'll be just about done. My dressing is pretty simple. I don't add like all soup and bagged stuff, stovetop stuffing or anything like that. All right, so let me, also the chicken stock. I'm gonna put a little bit in.
Now I'm gonna add the next pan because my sausage is done too. Got my chicken stock. So we're just gonna keep adding and stirring and adding and stirring. It's starting to get there. I just added some pepper, my poultry seasoning, and sage, lots of sage. Again, I don't feel like it needs any salt because the butter has a lot of salt. The sausage has salt in it once I add it. Remember, I'm gonna make my dad's without the sausage in like this. Go to my dad's little dish. He doesn't need much, so that's why I'm making it so little. I'm just rubbing the butter here. This is a Corningware. It's I can put this in the oven. I'm just gonna leave that pat of butter. It's still a little bit not moist enough. I want it a little bit more moist. I'm using just about the whole thing, this whole quart of chicken stock. I'm gonna use 3 boxes of Jiffy cornbread, which seems like, I don't know, it just seems like they're not putting as much cornbread in the boxes. I know that sounds crazy, but listen, shrinkflation is real. I feel like I should have made maybe 4 boxes, but take your time. Just don't go and add the whole quart because you may have more cornbread than me, or you may have less cornbread than me. Like this is, you hear that? That's what you want it to sound like. So I'm going to put this in for my dad. It tastes really good. I tasted it. You can taste it because how it tastes right now is how it's going to taste once it's done cooking. So there's my dad's. Now I'm going to add the sausage. Could have sworn in previous years, I always use 3 boxes of cornbread. And usually the mix is like up to here once I'm done adding the chicken stock and everything. I'm gonna have to look back in old footage to see, but that's like kind of crazy. All right, now I'm going to add the sausage in and the sausage grease because listen, it's that time of year. Now we're going to mix. Now I need to decide what pan to put this in because gosh, it's not that much. I don't feel like maybe we should use this one. I don't know. This might be too big, you think? I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to prepare my baking dish with a little butter at the bottom. Just a few spats of butter. I don't use my good Kerrygold because it just gets too expensive, you know, to use. I mean, I use the Kerrygold for, you know, the garlic and herb butter for this dish, but so I'm gonna mix this around just a little bit before I put that in there. It would help if the butter was softened, but it doesn't have to be, you know. Just do what you can, girl. It's all gonna melt anyway, right? I love this dish though. It's so pretty. It's like engraved, like it's like raised, not engraved, but it's like raised a little bit. Let's get ready to mix it or pour it in. All righty, put this up. I like for my dressing to be soft. I don't want it to feel like a block, like a solid block. It should be soft when you, after you're done baking it. Really, it should just have like a little bit of a crust on top. And then when you break into it, it's still soft in the center. That's what the sound that you're trying to go for. Very moist. And so now this is good to go. Now you can make this the day before and put it in the fridge and then just take it out and then bake it the day that you need it. But this, bless you, baby, is a showstopper. It is absolutely delicious. Every bite should have the onion, celery, and sausage. If you don't want to use pork sausage, you could use, I've made this before with turkey sausage. That comes out good. There's just a little bit of chicken stock left, so I'm just mixing it around. Okay, now it's ready. All right, now it's time for me to clean up again and we'll get ready to start the macaroni. Okay, so here are the cheeses that we're using for the mac cheese. I have Seriously Sharp cheddar, some Colby Jack, Havarti. I have Fontina. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it yet. And a little bit of Velveeta. So hubby is going to shred it all, my sous chef. I have a shredder this year.
And I'm so excited to use it because it's going to make shredding so much faster. Okay, so he's gonna shred the cheese and I'm gonna go ahead and get the noodles boiling. Isn't this wonderful? So fast and quick. He's able to shred this cheese. I'm here for it. I will link the chopper and the cheese shredder in the product description and also in the description box. I have my water here. I use the water from my refrigerator to boil my noodles. The brand of noodles I like to use Barilla because you see those little ridges there? All the cheese gets in those ridges. And to me, personally, it makes a huge difference. Now, I'm not going to add salt to my water because I have this Better Than Bouillon. Well, this is reduced sodium. I might put a little salt in, but this Better Than Bouillon, oh, I love this stuff. It is so good. I put it in my cabbage. It's going to make the water feel like chicken stock, and it's going to flavor our noodles. It's not going to taste like chicken. It's just going to flavor the noodles. So I'm going to let this come to a boil, and then I'm going to boil the whole box of noodles. Although this is reduced sodium, this is still very salty. If you taste it, it tastes very, very salty. So I'm not going to add any salt to this water because this is clean. Also, what I love about this is that if you don't have any chicken stock, you can use this to just make chicken stock. It's kind of expensive. I got it on sale at Costco though. It was only $6.99. A really tiny jar at Kroger is like $3.99. So again, this comes in handy a lot of the time. So I'm going to, like I said, let this boil and then we'll boil our noodles. Waiting for the water to boil, I'm gonna go ahead and wash my pans out from the dressing. All right, the water is boiling. I have my noodles I'm about to put in here. And now I'm going to cook these al dente exactly 9 minutes. That is it. And then we move quickly from there. Not 9 minutes, it's 7 minutes, my bad. I'm gonna keep it on high. Mix it. And let these babies cook. Hubby shredded all the cheese. This is the pound of very sharp cheddar, pound of Colby Jack, 8 ounces of Havarti. I did not shred the, what is it, the other one, Fontina, because I think I'm just gonna use the Velveeta in between, but we'll see. Also, I wanna know, do you think that I can fit 1 pound of macaroni noodles in here? Or do you think this is gonna be too big? I don't want it to be thin, I want it to be thick, you know? I don't know. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. So now we gotta move kind of quick. Okay, we drain the noodles, I put them back in the hot pot. I'm going to dice up, not dice, but just slice probably into like 10 pieces, a whole stick of butter, and put it in. Remember, we cooked these to al dente. I did exactly 7 minutes, but I feel like they cooked a little like fast. Like they're not really al dente. I don't know, I just feel like since COVID, the products just aren't the same. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but like, I just feel like they just don't cook the same. You don't get the same amount. I don't really believe that that was a pound, even though I measured it. And it did measure to a pound, but I don't know. They just cook differently now. Anyway, all right, so sliced. And now we're gonna put them in. Oop, and mix them all up. And mix this up. Nice and hot. And now I'm gonna open a can of evaporated milk, and I have half and half to use. All right, I'm gonna pour the evaporated milk in. And now I'm going to add some sour cream. Now I just use a dollop, you know, a heaping spoonful like this. Boom, just a little bit like that. Now I'm gonna add about half of this cheese before I add my seasoning. Okay, let's see. Mix this like so. Now I'm going to add my half and half. Start with a cup. Add in the cheese, the half and half. And mix a little, pour a little, mix a little, pour a little, mix a little. All right, I'm going to continue to mix this, and I'll show you guys when I'm done. Now it's time for the seasoning. I don't measure, so I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe a half teaspoon of salt. Not too much salt, because you don't really need a lot. I like to use white pepper so that you don't see all those flakes. And about that much. Remember, you can always add, you cannot take away though, okay? Just be mindful of that. Garlic, smoked paprika, mustard. Now listen, I've been saying this for the 10 years I've been filming this. I saw it on the Food Network. A big time chef said, I can't remember who, mustard brings out the flavor in cheese. So I add mustard to my mac and cheese, and you cannot taste it, but it is so good. Just use regular mustard. You can use Dijon, whatever mustard you want. You put about that much, that's it. We'll mix it all up, and I'm going to taste it before I put my eggs in. Yes, I put eggs in my, I know there's a huge debate online about whether you put eggs or not in your macaroni and cheese. I always have, so that's what I do. I'm going to mix, and then I will taste it, and then I'll add 2 beaten eggs. I'm going to taste it. How it tastes now is going to be how it's going to taste when it's baked. That's good. I think that's perfect. All right, I'm going to add the last of my half and half. I'm going to beat my egg and get the pan ready. Now, should I use this or not? What should I do? Okay, so here are my 2 options. This casserole dish, which is very deep, as you can see, or this one. Because if I pour all of this in here and it doesn't, like, if it's only like this high, it's really gonna irritate me. But then I risk it overflowing with this one. What is a girl to do? So I like the way it tastes, so now I'm going to add my egg in. 2 beaten eggs, and I'm going to mix this up really well. And we will put her in the baking dish. Like the egg, I find, just helps to bind everything together, because if you don't use an egg, usually you use like a roux. You make a roux out of flour, and the flour binds it all together. But either way, I've had both ways, and they both end up delicious. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and pour in half, then spread the cheese, pour in the last half, and then sprinkle the cheese on top. All right, it looks okay. I was just worried it was gonna be too big, but all right, I'm just grabbing my cheese here to put in this middle layer, and then I'm going to pour the last of it on. All right, I poured the last bit on here, and I'm going to sprinkle, I'm just spreading it out here, and I'm gonna sprinkle the last of the cheese, and she's ready to be baked. I'll do them both 350 for about 30 minutes. And then we serve it right away. So this is the last thing I'll put in the oven. We're gonna be eating at my mom's, so I'm going to bake it over there. All right, there we have it. Now, if you wanna be jazzy, you could sprinkle a little paprika on top to give it a little bit of color, but I'm not gonna do that today. Maybe for Christmas. So I am going to put some foil on this, and this is ready to transport. And now I'm going to clean this pan immediately before this hardens and the cheese dries up. I just clean it right away. I'll pop this in the dishwasher and kind of clean up before I go up and get dressed. All right, I have a huge piece of heavy duty foil here. I'm about to see how my pound cake. To transport it to my mom's, I'm just going to pop this way. This part comes out. Isn't she a beaut? Oh, she's beautiful. I love it. All right, let's mix her up. Because what I'll do is I'll probably make a glaze. Another piece on top. All right, so that is good. Let's take a look to see how our little mini baby came out. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Hold on. Listen, she's not coming out. So what I'll have to do is, I'm not going to take this to my mom's. I'll have to cut this out. I don't know why she won't. Is it attached here? I don't know. Let's see. Ugh. It's fine. At least we have a beaut. One is a beaut. All right, this is everything I'm taking to my mom's. We got the mac and cheese, the pound cake, my dad's dressing, the big dressing, a patty pie, and a honey baked turkey ham. So I'm gonna get dressed so we can get ready to go over there. Okay, it's my mom's.
Hi, Mom.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Party's here. I get it.
I'll take it. I got it.
Sis. Sis. Where's your macaroni?
Oh, I tried it. It's actually good this year.
Wow, okay. Huh?
We're waiting for you.
Mother. Mother,
We're ready to put the turkey in right
I'm
now.
ready now too, Mother. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Boy, you're not putting up with what, Mother? You're making the turkey.
don't feel
Can
like
you tell
being
everybody what
filmed.
happened with the greens this year at Walmart?
Well, the greens were old and tough. I cleaned them, washed them as I usually do, let them soak. I went to put them in and I seasoned them, and they just dropped to the bottom. They wouldn't rise up like greens do.
Lord have mercy. I don't know what they
Real
put in those
fluffy.
greens.
So I had to throw them out.
Yeah, we
They
had to
had
get
a
them last
terrible
minute.
color to them. They were discolored.
Yeah.
They were dark.
Yep.
It was scary. So
Yeah.
I think they're genetically modifying our food,
Yeah, absolutely, Mother.
and
They
that
are.
was supposed to be a natural.
Yeah. Hi, honey.
And that's it.
Wow. Okay, we're getting ready to make some
Giovanna.
turkey
That's
now, Mom.
it.
Okay. That's the giblets and turkey neck and stuff. They dropped the turkey already. It's frying. It's gonna take 1 hour.
This makes good gravy.
That makes good gravy. Right. I think I'm gonna taste those greens, Mom, because I need a little pick-me-up. Mom had leftover sweet potato pie. It wasn't enough for a whole pie, so she made these little sweet potato pie cupcakes, Mom. She let me have some delicious. Well, Ashley's macaroni and cheese is at the bottom, but I don't know what that's going to look like.
Well, it's looking good.
Okay. Mmm. That's good. Very good. She used the stock from the neck and the giblets. And this better than bouillon. Seasoned vegetable base. I use the better
And
than
a
bouillon
little
chicken
flour.
and a little flour
butter.
and butter. Very nice, Mother. You want to explain to everybody what you did this year?
Yeah, so I have if you can roll back the clips and
Of what?
show all of my au jus and show all of my
jus?
cheese sauce and everything.
I wasn't here to record you.
I know. I said roll back the clips because I recorded it for you.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Abe. So you know, Auntie is making her classic vegan mac and cheese,
That tastes horrible every year. Yes, I know.
and I'd like for you to taste so far my cheese sauce. Okay, take a look and tell me how good it looks. That looks good,
It
right?
looks like gravy.
It looks nice and cheesy.
It looks like gravy.
All right,
Gravy.
are you ready?
It smells
I'm
good.
gonna, okay, can you get a spoon? I want you to try the sauce for Auntie. Guys, you can't tell me this isn't real cheese sauce like you do for regular. It's nice and cheesy. Okay, and we're gonna just have a little taste test. All right?
Is it hot?
Yeah. It's good, right?
I want to say it's bad this year.
What? Come through, what? Okay guys, this is what it's looking like. My cheese sauce. I just took it off the fire. This is my noodles. I put some vegan sour cream, nutritional yeast, some turmeric. I did 3 different types of cheeses this year. I did Colby Jack. I did the cheddar, Viola, and then I also did the mozzarella shreds as well. So yay! All right, and so I did a cheese sauce and everything. I followed a recipe. Shout out to TikTok in the house.
I'm so glad
And-
you followed the recipe this year, Amy.
And I let Ava try it, and I let her try the cheese sauce, and she absolutely loved it.
Okay. Wow.
So
Wow.
it looks good, right?
Yeah. Very. I'll try it this year.
Oh my God! Thank you.
Try it every time. So what are you talking
know.
about? And it's all vegan, correct?
This is all vegan cheese. Everything is vegan.
Okay.
First of all, I haven't finished my hair, and you have that camera in my face.
Okay, it's okay,
Like
sis.
I said, this is all vegan cheese. 3 different types of vegan cheese this year. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
This is my gluten-free Julia.
Well, maybe you can get everybody to try it.
I mean, I'm like I said, this is right here. This is the truth.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe this will be your redemption year. I don't know. Are you gonna put it back in, or is it completely?
Yeah, I don't like. This is super cheesy, and I like my mac and cheese a little bit crispy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put it back in for a couple more minutes to let it crisp
Crispy
up
mac
on the
and
top.
cheese. Okay.
Just
got
let
it.
it crisp up on the top.
Alrighty. Okay. Just took the macaroni and cheese out. Looks delicious. Still sizzling. Sorry, the TV is so loud. My parents love to have the TV on 1,000. Anybody else who have boomer parents who do the same? Leave a comment down below and let me know. But anyway, this is done. And so now I'm just gonna put the foil on it until it's time to eat. Dressing looks so good. You see how it's like crispy around the edges, but still very soft in the center. It's really good. So I'm gonna put some foil on this until it's time to eat.
Put this down underneath it.
Okay. Wait, underneath
The turkey
this?
is hot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We're getting ready to take the turkey out.
Any of the glasses.
Yeah. Let's move this. Every year, someone asks about this knife that my mom uses to carve the turkey. It's by Cuisinart. I will link it in the description box and in the products, the shoppable products. But this knife is the truth when it comes to carving.
Yeah, you are.
No,
Charles said he's not.
hard pass for me.
You're trying it.
Hard pass.
Is that crispy enough for you, or?
You know what? I don't really like super cheesy mac and cheese, but you know what? As you can see, it's fully melted and it's melted nicely. So, you know, I just want to say for everybody that, you know, told me last year that I was making things up for the matcha, I'm very much so still on a matcha kick. But this year, I decided not to go rogue. I'm keeping it traditional.
Okay.
And I just did a traditional baked mac and cheese. That looks absolutely stunning.
Oh, she's a beaut. Isn't that nice? Wow, Pop. Wow.
Wow.
Isn't she beautiful? All right, so we have our Schubert's rolls. These are really good. We get these from Costco. I have the oven at 350, so we're gonna bake these for about 8 minutes. Mother, welcome to your master class in carving the turkey. What are we doing first?
Okay, I'm gonna cut into the high part of the wing first.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone wants a whole wing,
Mom, that's too big.
but I will
Put
cut
it right
that
here.
in half. Wait a minute. Go down, right into the leg. Now there's the thigh. Go right to the bone, the breastbone, and come down. Uh-oh, the skin came off.
All right. A little thinner, a little thinner. There we go. It's perfect.
That hole there was a doneness tab. Yes.
You have to cut that little itty bitty butt piece.
You said you wanted them pieces. I have to use my hand. So you can do that nice dark meat.
Okay, timer. Very nice, Mother. All right, y'all. We got the potato salad, the candy yams my mom made, my mac and cheese, Ashley's. Okay. The dressing, my dad's, turkey ham, fried turkey, and collards. Of course, there's more collards, you know, on the stove. We just put a little bit in the bowl. We'll just refill, and we have the other half of the turkey. And now it's time.
Okay.
Bon appetit. It's time to eat. Are you gonna try it?
No.
Bob, you're not gonna try Ashley's mac and cheese?
No.
You hear that?
Hear what? What are we hearing, sis?
I hear it.
Cutting of the cheese.
Sadly.
Wow, this looks really good.
I can't wait for you to try it.
Yeah, me too. Walking in here. Oh, there's no pepper in here. Wow.
What?
Super cheesy for me.
Okay.
Very moist, very cheesy. I actually really like it. But, you know, it could have been a little bit more crispy for my liking, but it's very good.
Okay. I actually have some of Ashley's mac and cheese right here. I'm gonna try it. It's a big piece. Cheers.
Wow, it's good for vegan cheese, right?
It's probably the best that you've ever done.
Wow.
I wouldn't say good.
Wow.
I didn't say good. It's the best that it's edible. It's edible. Because we remember
very
what
good.
has happened in the past where we literally couldn't eat it. This is edible. Is it good? Not really. It could use a lot of seasoning.
I did
Salt.
put a lot of seasoning in it.
Salt. Pepper. Okay. Well, tomato. It's
Paprika,
not
onion.
my choice to be vegan today. Oh yeah, we are so full. My mom and I both have our Christmas decor up before Thanksgiving. It's the first. And we are loving it. My mom got a new tree this year. Love it. I am gonna go ahead and take the foil off. Even though my mom and I discussed and she said she wasn't gonna make a sweet potato pie and we were just gonna have the Patty's pie. Guess what she did? She made 2 sweet potato pies. She made 2 sweet potato pies. So, whatever, Mom. It's your show. So we're just going to take this foil off and get ready to serve dessert. Well, I was wrong. My mom did not make 2 sweet potato pies. My dad made apple pie, and he just decided to just chunk into the cake. Just good thing I came over here, Pop, to look, huh? Whoa!
Apple pie and cake.
Yeah.
And it's crooked. That's why I like to cut it, because everybody over here, when they get a knife, they just cut. I like to cut straight pieces. I'm cutting my mom. I'll cut yours because you're not about to chop. My mom's piece will be like this.
No.
Just kidding. It's okay.
I was just coming to this. Who got a piece of pie?
Pop.
Is that yours?
Yes, it is. Yeah, this is mine.
Like pound cake.
You want a piece, Mom?
Mom.
Oh, show your cookies.
My cookies that are in here. I made
Yes.
tiny ones, but these aren't the ones that came out big. I'm eating the
Ooh,
gingerbread one.
gingerbread. Can I have a little piece?
Yeah.
Try my baby's
kinda big,
cookies. Yummy. Let's see.
They're really good.
Perfect consistency. Really soft. A nice crunch on the outside, but soft on the inside. And Zara made brownies.
I made tinier ones for the plate to set out on the dessert table.
Good.
Like and subscribe.
All right, we are packing everything up. Oh, I'm just so tired. I just want to lay down. Is this yours, Mom, or is that going to be mine? Or is this
Whatever one
mine?
you want. Is that enough?
It's fine. And so here's my sister's mac and cheese. I was the only one. Mom, why didn't you try it? Why didn't you try it, Mom?
Your dad and I don't try that.
Why? Because what?
Stop.
Because what,
On the
Mother?
Spot.
Charles, why didn't you try it?
I never tried.
Honey, that's not nice.
Tradition.
Pop, why didn't you try Ashley's mac and cheese?
What?
Why didn't you try Ashley's mac and cheese?
Come on now. You gotta be kidding me. Ain't nobody gonna try that.
I pray that you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially those who come back every year to watch my family and I on our Thanksgiving Day. It has definitely become one of my favorite traditions. I love you all so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.